welcome back to my channel. This is the Farmhouse Knitting Podcast. My name is Dana and I'm coming to you from the woods of northern Illinois in my farmhouse sunroom where I live with my 3 girls, my husband, and our puppy, and I am due in just a few weeks with our first baby boy. Fourth baby, first baby boy. So this is my little corner of YouTube where I come on and I share what I've been knitting and sometimes crocheting and all the cozy and happy things that I'm loving right then. So I will just get right into it. I have nothing new to show you guys that is finished, but I do have some really good progress on some of the whips that I've been working on. So where to start first? Oh, and I do have a new cast on. I wasn't supposed to cast something new on until I finished what was on my list, but I did. I went and I hunted through my yarn stash last week for last week's episode. Big mistake, because then I found some new yarn. Well, new that I had for a while that I forgot I had, and so I had to cast that on. So I will show you guys that too and show you how that's knitting up. So the first thing I want to show you guys is my progress on my vanilla sock that I've been knitting. So this sock, I have sock number 1 done, and it's just a vanilla sock. I'm following the Crazy Sock Ladies pattern with the vanilla sock on 9-inch needles, and I'm using the Mandy's Makings, one of her spring share pair colors, A Beautiful Rain, and then this is Leading Men Fiber Arts, and I'll put all the yarn info and pattern info in the little description box down below so that you guys can go check out that yarn or that pattern. So that's sock number 1 done, and then I just, oh geez, I'm all tangled up. I just split to start my heel of sock number 2. So I just keep my stitches on my 9-inch circulars, which are the Chowgu Red. I don't remember their exact name, but they're size 1. And then I am working the heel flap and gusset and all that on a size 2 double pointed needle because I don't actually have a size 1. So it's actually okay. That's how I do all my socks, and I noticed that it actually kind of, for me, helps. We have really rough wood floors at our house because our house is 187 years old, which here in the US we don't have a lot of super old buildings, so it's very rough. It's not like cute Joanna Gaines finished hardwood floors in our bedroom. It's really rough wood. We just haven't gotten around to finishing them yet, but hopefully one day. Anyway, not important. But the important thing is, for me, this actually works because I noticed that it loosens the gauge of the heel, so it's not pulling. It's not like I have tight stitches and it's going on a rough surface, and so it actually kind of has been making my heels last longer than if I'd use the same size needle. So little tip, if you have rough floors or you just find out your heels are wearing like crazy, go up 1 needle size and try that and see how it wears because like I said, it's been working really well for me. So I am on to my heel, and of course I had to add my little stitch marker for a cinnamon roll by Sucre Miniatures because I love cinnamon rolls. I still haven't had cinnamon rolls in probably 2 months now, which for most people is probably normal, but for me, we were having them like every other week. It was a weekend thing, but I haven't had them in a long time because I'm supposed to watch my sugar. Although I did just have the hottest salsa of my life at lunch today, so hopefully I'm not gonna start sweating too badly. Speaking of which, grab a beverage, hot or cold, whatever suits your fancy. I am drinking from my Christmas mug. Actually, it's one of my kids' Christmas mugs, the Ray Dunn Jolly, and I actually have sparkling apple cider from Trader Joe's, which is my current pregnancy craving, and I'm just drinking it cold. It's like 80 something degrees out and we're supposed to hit 90. I made the mistake of looking at our like 2-week forecast, 10-day forecast, and summer wants to hang around, which I'm not very fond of. I want it to be fall weather. I want to go to the pumpkin patch and not have bees all over the place because it got too cold for them at night and they're not around anymore until next summer, but we'll get there eventually. So yes, I'm apparently channeling really cold weather by drinking out of my Christmas mug today. And my mom, I feel so silly with this teeny mug, but like I said, I'm not supposed to have a lot of sugar. My mom got me, actually, she got me this mug and the sparkling apple cider. She came over this past weekend and she had just been to Trader Joe's, and she brought that for me. And then the mugs, we have 4 of them, which is kind of perfect because it's 4 kids. So we have Holly, and then that one is Jolly. We have Merry and Bright. And so that's kind of cute. While I drink from my bigger mugs, the kids can drink from their little mini mug. Not knitting related, off topic, but I do hope that you have a good cozy drink to drink, and I will show you my next progress on, let's see, you know what I could show? I actually have 2 things that I don't think I've showed. One that I've never showed on this podcast yet. It was on my whip list, but I don't think I actually showed it cast on yet. And that is this really fun project that a few episodes back I showed getting the kit, I believe from Joann's, and my girls picked it out. So this is for their little baby brother. It's just a little lovey. That's gonna be just like the most simple thing. It's very mindless knitting. And then it's a little lovey, so it's gonna have this fun little dinosaur just hanging out on top. And the girls picked that out for him. They picked out hats that were pretty similar, just they had a different, I think it was a unicorn and like narwhal or something like that. So they wanted him to match, so they got him a little lovey. This was a simple pattern that I made even more simple because originally it wanted me to do seed stitch, and I didn't want to do seed stitch. Not with the size needle and the size yarn. And for a lovey, it just was a little bit too repetitive, but not in a good, relaxing sort of way. So I'm just doing garter stitch and just knitting every single row, and it's proving to be a really good TV knit. So I've I think I mentioned this, I've referenced it as just, I'm working on the dino lovey for our baby, and so that is the progress on that. I'm actually not sure how long I'm supposed to go for. I'm just kind of going to go till the yarn starts running out and then tie this little guy on top. And this is cute because it also has a little Velcro on the back, so if you didn't want to knit or you just wanted to switch it out, you can put it on a pacifier or something like that. And so that's progress on that very simple project, but it means a lot to my girls that I make it for him, and it's cute. It's a fun, simple project. But going back to my neutral color palette that I like, I have progress on the Millie vest by Millimia. So this is what I shared at my last update, is that I have this back panel done of his little vest. So I'm thinking Christmas, wearing it with like a little white t-shirt or something underneath, or not t-shirt, like a long sleeve white collared shirt, or even like a onesie or something, I don't know. So that is my progress on the back, and that's been done for a while, and I blocked it, but I never actually went and picked up to finish the front for a while because I knew the front was going to be a little more involved, and I don't have a lot of opportunities to knit while it's reading a chart or anything like that. So I am knitting this with Cascade 220 fingering weight, and I'll link the colors because I don't remember their names. Okay, so I am knitting this in a size 2 needle, which is bigger or smaller than they said. I'm trying to remember. See, I've been working on this for a while and I've been putting it off for a while. I believe it's a size bigger than what they said to do. The pattern says, this is a free pattern. So I'm using a 2, which is bigger, but I'm doing the size, no. Oh my goodness, pregnancy brain. Either way, I think I'm knitting the smallest size, which I don't remember if it was 0 to 3 month or 3 to 6 month, but either way, between that and the size needle I'm using, it should work out that that's gonna fit him at Christmas time. So we'll see. Okay, enough like chit chat about it beforehand. So this is what I have done so far of the front. If I can hold it, I know it's not blocked or anything. Look at how cute those sheep are. Oh my goodness. I was particularly thrilled as I was knitting their cute little sheep butts. It was just too cute. And my floats are not impressive. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't do color work all the time. And some of the color work, I'm going to show you some of the color work, like some of the strands you go an entire row without, like in one color, and then you pick up the next color. So you're literally going all the way across the thing. Those ones, I'm just going to cut. And because I feel like some of them ended up being too tight and some of them ended up being too loose. And so I'm just going to make it easier, and the ones that go all the way across from one end to the other, I'm just going to cut and weave in separately instead of having these big long floats that I feel like are just a pain in the booty. So that's what I'm planning to do for that. And hopefully this is about two days of work on this. And by days I mean during nap time or when the kids go to bed. So hopefully then I can have this finished very soon. I would think for sure by next episode, unless I go into labor before then, which shouldn't happen. If it does, then he's a little too early, but hopefully I'll have that done really soon and blocked and put together. So I'm really excited about that because for some reason, just knowing that it was color work and I needed to focus on it more, I was putting it off for so long. I was like, I'm just gonna do the vanilla projects and the easy things. And so I'm glad that I picked it up and I was like, you know what? I set this deadline for myself and I need to finish it. So my deadline is to finish all of my whips by the end of September. So that is, I showed you 3 already. I have 1 more, and then I cast on the other one that I wasn't supposed to, but it is what it is. You can't fight it. Okay, I do have a lot of progress on something that is crocheted today. Oh, there's something else hiding in there too. I do have a finished object to show you. I'll show you that next. It's not super impressive, but it was just something fun to do. Okay, so this is my Hayride Shrug by Tales of Knots. And I did end up running out of yarn. If somebody writes a book about me, I think the title is going to be, "And then I ran out of yarn," because I never seem to have enough yarn. And I'm not great at math, but like my husband is a scientist, he's a chemist, and he checks when I ask him like, okay, this is how much yarn I need and this is how much is in this ball, is this gonna work? And he checks it over and he okays it, and I don't know what happens, but I just feel like that's my lot in life, is to order extra yarn every time. So I do have 2 more skeins of, or 2 more balls of the Barocco Remix that I just ordered and got here like 2 days later from Wool & Company, one of our yarn shops nearby. So that was really exciting that I didn't have to wait for too long because I really want to wear this. I'm not really sure the best way to show you guys. when it's done, I will put it on and do like insert some footage because I don't think I'm gonna fit in the frame right now. But it's really cute. It has this ribbing all the way around, which doesn't lay quite like that. When I did try it on, it's gonna lay so that it's about halfway. It ends up being like halfway like that. So I'm really excited. I really like how it's turning out. I don't crochet nearly as much as I should. I know the basic stitches and like I've done it. I've only crocheted for maybe 2 years less than knitting. I've never done hard projects. They've always been few and far in between and very easy. So I feel like I don't know as much about crochet, but I have been doing it for a while. I just, like I said, I don't know. I can do the simple stuff, but so I'm really excited to wear this. I'm hoping that when we get to go to the pumpkin patch and go pick apples and everything, I can wear this and get some good footage of me wearing it, but I had to finish it first. So I did get 2 more skeins to finish around the edge, and then I also have to do a little bit on the arms. So that's really exciting because I was playing yarn chicken, which I don't like to do, and now that I know I have 2 more balls of the yarn, I kind of can breathe a sigh of relief and know that I won't run out this time, so that's good. Okay. I feel so silly drinking out of that little mug. So those are all my whips. No, they're not. No, they're not. I have one more. Okay, so in my last episode, I think it was, I was taming the yarn hutch and going through and organizing, not destashing because I don't think I actually got rid of any, but moving what I had just thrown in and wasn't in baskets anymore, moving that to bins under my bed. I kind of swapped out some of the decorations, and so when I organized my needles, so if you missed that, go check it out. Just very simple, just refreshing the yarn stash. But what usually happens when I go through my yarn is I end up shopping my yarn and finding things that I forgot existed. And from the comments that you guys left on that video, it sounds like I'm not alone. Why do we do this to ourselves, that we have so much yarn that we forget what lives in there? But I found this glorious yarn, which for some reason really speaks Halloween to me. I'm not sure. There's no orange, but my Halloween color palette is kind of weird. I don't love a lot of the typical Halloween colors. I'm more like neutrals in general, but for some reason this is really speaking Halloween. So this yarn is by Mountain. Oh, it's covered by the label. Hold on. Mountain Colors, hand-painted yarns in Montana. So Mountain Colors. It is. Oh, the color name is called Springtime, which is absolutely not Halloween. But you know what? First, I think it's, for me, that's more Halloween than spring. And maybe it's the purple. I'm not really sure. It makes no sense, but that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm going with. So it's 100% worsted wool. One skein is 350 yards and 100 grams. So, excuse me, I got this yarn for $1. So each skein, I have 2 skeins, were $1 a few years ago. So another local yarn shop near my house is called The Fold, and it is in Marengo, Illinois. She just sells yarn out of her house and in her garage, and actually some of the yarn that I'm going to show you in a little bit is from her Labor Day sale. So for a while she was doing dollar yarn sales where she'd open the garage and I think everything in her house was mostly the same price, sometimes on sale, and then she'd open the garage and within this time frame everything was 50% off. And then within this time frame, everything was $1. So you sometimes would get bags or like bags of balls of yarn or bags of like just roving. So my aunt spins and dyes yarn. She would just get bags of roving for $1. She hasn't done the dollar yarn sale in a while, sadly, but she did do something on Labor Day where it was 50% off the yarn in the garage. So if you're local to the area at all, I think she does most of her communicating through Ravelry on her Ravelry like group page, or at least last I had known she did. She has an email list. I don't believe there's a Facebook group that's very active, and I don't know if the website's been updated. So if you're nearby and you want to know if there's going to be dollar yarn, then I would suggest Ravelry and signing up for her email. So anyway, that was a whole long thing, but I want to shout out to her because she's pretty amazing, Tony, and she finds all these yarns for super, well, I don't know, but she sells them for super cheap, and it just gets people all excited. I've gone twice while pregnant to the dollar yarn sales, and it gets a little wild when knitters are coming across dollar yarn. It's like a knitter's Black Friday, and so I didn't go this year. I'm just too pregnant and it was too hot, and but yeah, I've gone in years past. So what I found was this yarn, and so I caked it up. Actually, my husband caked it up because I was gonna do it last night, but our puppy barks at both my ball winder and my Swift. Like, he really does not like it at all. So I couldn't do it after the girls went to bed because he was gonna wake them up from his barking. So instead, my husband did it this morning when all the girls were waking up, and he was feeding the puppy, and he was all distracted with food and perching himself under my 1.5-year-old's high chair to see what she'll drop for him and all that. So he caked it up from this morning. So that's what that looks like. And I'm just casting on a pair of worsted vanilla socks. I'm using my little pumpkin progress keeper that I made with a little felt ball. And I just love how it's turning out so far. Like I said, I mean, if I look at it now and I know the name is Springtime, I see it, but I'm still going with Halloween. Something about it really jumped out at me. I think because I also have been seeing people cast on Halloween socks and knitting them. And so I was really excited when I saw something in my stash that, one, will knit up pretty quickly because it's worsted weight, and two, is seasonal because a lot of these projects are not. It's, other than the shrug, it's for baby. So that is that. That is the progress on just my vanilla sock. I'm not following a pattern so far. Well, you know what? I think I am following kind of like a template, I guess, of how I do the country cabin socks and the sweet cider socks that are in my Ravelry page, or on my Ravelry page and all that. So for me, I actually cast on 36. I'm using a size 7 double or circular needle. These are the ones that I got that I was so excited that were suggested to me, and they're bamboo, which is my favorite. They are my first project using them, so they're still a little bit, they're not super smooth, but I do have a little tip. If you knit with bamboo needles, this could work for metal too, I'm not really sure. If you find that your stitches aren't sliding very well on your bamboo needles, find a day where you maybe haven't washed your hair. And this is going to sound really weird. Like, don't wait until it's gross and you've been like out in the woods and there's stuff in your hair. But like a day or two of not washing, I take my needles. This is weird. I take my needles and I just rub it in my hair. And honestly, my hair's so oily that by the end of the day, like for example, I took a shower this morning. By tonight, I can do this and I'm going to notice a difference because my hair is very fine and oily, and it makes the yarn move really well on your needles. So if you have new needles or you just haven't done it for a while, You can obviously go buy the stuff that's actually meant for needles, but I find that this works really well for me. So that's just my weird, random, not super hygienic tip. Don't do it. Like I said, if you are really gross and you need to take a shower, then just go take a shower and deal with your needles later. But if it's like the end of the day or a day or two later, it works. It's a little knitting hack, I guess. Okay, I have something else to show you. It's not super exciting. Like I said, it's basically like a jumbo-sized swatch. So when I found out that I was pregnant, I stopped knitting for a long time. I didn't feel good. I just wasn't knitting. And so then when I picked up my knitting, I picked up this extremely random project of 2 yarns that, if I find them, I'll link them below. I don't know, but it's what got me back into knitting after I lost my knitting mojo, which a lot of people are talking about. They're getting back into their knitting mojo. So if you're still struggling to get back into your knitting mojo, pick up some random yarn, some random needles, and just cast on a random amount and do the most random stitches, because that's what I did. I think I might have started off doing the same kind of repeats, and then somewhere along the way I just kind of went rogue, and it just kind of got my creativity back. There was no pressure. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I wanted to finish it because it was back a while ago, another yarn, not de-stash, but like organization video. At the end of a podcast, I found this in my yarn ottoman, and I was like, what do I do with this? I don't even know. It was an experiment. So instead of frogging the whole thing, it was also 2 yarns that I don't really think I had another purpose for, and I knew that I was pregnant with a baby boy, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna finish it. And so I'll probably put it on his dresser or maybe a shelf in his room, and just kind of have it there as not a placemat, not a table runner, but just like under his lamp or something like that. I did that with my second daughter. My mom had knit this really cute fuzzy blanket that was in like fairy garden colors, and I just put it under her lamp in her nursery, and it was just something cool to add a little bit of texture and color to the room. And honestly, a baby nursery, we don't have a lot of colors in there. It's like all white and brown and green, so there we go. It'll work. It'll match perfectly. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited that I found that. I forgot that I even knit that. Well, I forgot I started it in the first place, and then I forgot that I set it down and knit it. So, all right. Let me think. I showed you what I've been knitting. I've showed you my unfinished project, my rogue project, and I do have a little bit of happy mail and cozy things to share with you. So I have some yarn to show you that was gifted to me by my mom because she went to this yarn sale. I have some candles that came in the mail because I needed to get some fall candles because I was seriously lacking with candles, and it's my favorite time of the year, and I needed to have something that smelled like I was actually doing something in the kitchen for once. So I got some good candles, and let's see, what should I start with? Okay, I'm going to start with the yarn because some of it I'm not sure what to do with, and if you've heard of these brands, you might have ideas. If you do, please let me know. Okay, so my mom went, oh, they're all different, aren't they? My mom went to this yarn sale with my aunt, and she brought over a bag of yarn that I'm going to split with my sister. And so some of it I'll be keeping, and some of it is going to go with her. So I'm just going to show you. They appear to all be the same brand. Nope, that is, I don't know what that is. Okay, so the first one is Tahki Yarns Aruba. It looks like an old and a new label. And I think I have 3 and 3 of these. So if my sister takes one set, or I take one set, or we mix and match, I would have about 3 of these. So if you have any suggestions on what to knit with Aruba from Tahki yarns, it is 80% cotton, 20% linen, and 50 grams is 98 yards. So I'm not really sure. I know my sister, and I think I could see her trying to cast on like a tank top. I know she was doing a lot of knit tank tops in the summer. I've never knit a tank top yet. I don't actually know how much yarn you would need. So there's that. They don't have actual color names, it's just numbers, but yeah, not really sure what to knit with them. They are both cotton and linen though. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, they're the same. Same yarn, different label. Okay, and then the next one, I think there were 3 total, and I don't remember which color had more, but this is, I'm gonna say it wrong, Zitron, made in Germany. I'm not even holding it to the camera. Made in Germany, and it's Savanna yarn. Not sure. But, where's its stuff? Where's all your stuff? So 50 grams is, not gonna tell me how many yards. 50 grams, 60% cotton, 20% linen, 20% rayon. So one of these, darker or lighter, was 2 skeins, and then the other one was 1 skein. So I'm not sure how we'll split that, but not sure what to make with it either. So like I said, if you have suggestions, then please let me know. Okay, another thing, and so like I said, each of these were $1. No, she did do the $1 thing. They each came in a bag that, so one of the ones that has Savannah, I think were 5, there were 5 balls in there total. That whole bag was, I forgot if she said it was just 50% off or $1. Either way, very cheap, and so she got it for us, thinking of us and our kiddos and stuff. And then the last 2 things she found were these really fun little mini baby skeins, which I love. Oh my gosh, look at how cute those are. And so both bags have different colors, slightly. I'm not sure yet what to do with them, but I really feel like some sort of craft with the kids, or like adding it into our homeschool. So what stood out to me was this yellow. My daughter has been, my 5-year-old has been asking for me to teach her how to braid, because she really likes, obviously, Rapunzel, Elsa, all that, and so she's been asking me to teach her how to braid. And so I know this is really skinny, thin yarn, but it might be kind of cool to like tape it to a clipboard. Sorry for the crunching noise. Tape it to like a clipboard and have her sit at the table and just work on slowly doing it. And so that's my idea for that. We'll see. Okay, so that's my yarn cozy happiness. And like I said, I'm going to split that with my sister when I see her. Actually, I'm going to see her tonight. So I will bring it over to her house and find out what she wants and see if she has ideas. And if not, I'll add it to the stash for someday down the road, come up with the perfect idea when I'm probably cleaning my yarn hutch again. Be like, hey, now I know what I want to make with that. Okay, so I have a couple more things. I have the candles I want to show you. I do have more knitting content, which actually I'll do that first. That way, if you're not interested in the candles I'm showing you, you can see the knitting first. So I thought it would be kind of fun to show you all the things that I have knit so far for baby number 4. I say so far because I still have his lovey I showed you and the vest, but I wanted to show you guys what I've knit for him so far. Some of it hasn't been specifically for him, but has been handed down from what I've knit from his sisters, or especially for our 3rd baby, because we waited until the very end until finding out if she was a boy or girl. So some of those are a little more gender neutral. So I was going to show you what I've knit for him, and then also a peek inside my hospital bag. So not like the personal stuff, but just like his going home outfit type thing. So that's what I will show you guys now, I suppose. He's got all sorts of hats. So the first hat I have, which will be perfect for when he's born, just a few weeks after, like a month after, is, and like I said, this one has now been worn by all three of his sisters, I think. At least his two of his older sisters. I think three. This is the Ren Hat, which is a design that I made. It's Woolly Stick and Quick in Cranberry, and then Woolly Stick and Quick in Fisherman, Lion Brand Woolies. And then I made these little pom-poms. Now I make my pom-poms a little bit differently. Almost 4 kids later, I know that kids destroy pom-poms, at least mine do, and even using the pom-pom makers, it doesn't work. They'll pull this and these things come right out. No matter how hard I tighten it, I've used my husband's fishing line, they just can pull it right out. So I do the old school cardboard C-shape method. If you don't know that method, search on YouTube about making pom-poms with cardboard, and maybe I'll do like a video down the road. So each time I wrap around the C shape, I actually take a glue gun, and on the inside, I just do a very, very small line of hot glue. Then I wrap the next layer so that the glue is holding that layer in. Then I do one more layer, and then that, and you can't tell at all. I mean, it doesn't make it crunchy, it doesn't make it hard. But honestly, unless my puppy got a hold of this, that pom-pom's staying on there. And then since this is just a Santa hat, I didn't attach it with a button or anything. It's just sewn in there, tied in there and sewn in there. Because that's another thing is, I know people don't like to tie their knitting. You just want to weave it in. But if it's a kid thing, I will tie, because they don't know to be gentle with these things. So the next hat, let me think, I think these are both the same. Yes, okay, so another design that I made, this is I believe this is the Inverness Snow Hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, because I have 4 colors going here. 1, 2, 3. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one might not be Inverness Snow. I'm going to check my notes. This one I believe is Mountain Haze, because it has 3 colors, and this one is Inverness Snow. Again, I knit these for my second baby, and I haven't knit any really since. So it's been a while since I've actually gone and cast this on again. But anyway, so the Mountain Haze, like I said, it has 3 colors. It's also Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, with just the gray marble, fisherman, and Cal going. And then I have a Cal pom-pom. And then, yes, this is Inverness Snow because there's 4 colors. So, also Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. Oh, and I see an end that got a little bit unwoven. Like I said, kids are rough. Kids are rough on the knits. Okay, so fisherman wool, charcoal, wheat, gray marble, fisherman wool, and then the little pom-pom up here. And so those are his 3 hat choices that I'm hoping he doesn't, for many reasons, I'm hoping he doesn't have a large noggin, but hopefully those will last him for fall and winter time. Okay, the next baby knit that I have knit, this one is specifically I knit for him based on a pattern that I knit for baby number 3, Lucy. So this is also Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick in charcoal, and it's the Woodland Moss pattern that is designed by me. I love this yarn. It seems like it's the softest Woolies Thick and Quick color. I don't know. If any of you also knit with this, let me know, because it really does seem like they might spin something else in there. I've heard people say maybe they spin like cotton in there, and that's why you get the little white flakes. But this is definitely a favorite for baby blankets, because wool, at first you're like, oh, I'm not gonna make that for a baby. Obviously I have to be careful how I wash it, but it is very soft, and I think it's a manly little baby blanket. So that is his blanket. Woodland Moss might be a free pattern on my blog, I'm not sure, but if not, I think it's like a couple dollars, and it's basically just the Irish moss stitch. So that's a baby knit that I made for him. Stack all the baby things. Okay, this next one I actually knit for baby number 3 again, Lucy. And like I said, we didn't know if she was a boy or a girl till she came out. So I did a similar thing with her nursery, where I did just kind of woodland colors with the plan that if she was a girl, we'd add some pink and make it like woodland wildflowers, and then it ended up being a girl. So this pillow has stayed in the nursery. She's moved out to go share a room with her sisters, and this has just stayed on the rocking chair in the nursery, because when she moved out is when we knew that I was expecting again. So this is the Hygge home pillow, and I just love these gigantic buttons so much. I'm not even sure 100% where I got them. My guess would be Michael's or Joann's, or maybe I found them on Amazon. If I can find it in like my old Amazon orders, I'll link it, but otherwise I would guess Michael's or Joann's. And this is just cable knit on one side. I need to take a sweater shaver to it, because like I said, it's been on the rocking chair, so I like lean back on it for all the feedings, the nighttime feedings and stuff, and so I need to shave that and get the pilling off of it and stuff. So that is his last little baby knit that I have for his nursery, and I love this pillow insert. It is from Amazon. It is the puffiest pillow. I've made a lot of pillows and just been not impressed, because I feel like the measurements didn't fit it, because it is really a flat pillow. Like I have some pillows from Walmart. Actually, this is a pretty good example of it. It looks really frumpy and like it's not fitting very well, because it's a cheap pillow, and the pillow just, it doesn't hold its shape at all. But this one I love so much. Like I said, I've used it so many times, leaning back against it. The yarn has taken a beating and it needs a sweater shave, but the pillow is going good. Okay. Yeah, then I want to show you a little peek at baby's going home outfit. I'm so excited. So it's nothing fancy. First of all, my whole hospital bag is nothing fancy. It's this, which I had gotten a lot of years ago. It's 31, and I knew someone who was selling 31, and so I got it. I think I originally got it as a diaper bag after our second baby maybe, and I wanted a diaper bag that wasn't a backpack, because right now I use a backpack. I've gone back and forth on if backpack diaper bags work, because if you're holding a baby, then you gotta move them to one arm, take the strap off, move them back, take the other strap off, whereas this, yeah, you don't have your arms as free, but you don't have to move your baby all around to get your arms out. So this was at a point where I thought one side, not a backpack, was the best choice, and I had picked this because it was a neutral color. So let's see, what do I have in here? Okay, so baby has 2 choices of outfits to wear coming home, partially in case he has an accident on the way home, and then partially because I don't know what the weather's going to be. Like I said, it's mid-September and we're hitting 90 degrees, and that's craziness. So the first choice, in case it's really, really hot, and also in case he's really big, because I'm not sure how big he'll be, is a 3-month. Look at how cute this is. So it's just got a big blue car and little blue and gray and black cars. So I thought that was really cute. My sister handed this down to us because she just had a boy. And then this one, my mom gifted. She gave me this when we were expecting Lucy. Like I said, we didn't know if Lucy was a boy or girl. And so I think this is just adorable. I mean, it's got all sorts of little woodland creatures and some trees, and it just feels like our house, our backyard. And so then I did pack in, you know what though? I feel like I'm gonna put this hat in because I think this is the smaller size. Although, like I said, who knows what size head he'll have. I did pack in a mountain haze hat for him in case it is cold. We'll see. Fingers crossed we have fall weather. Oh, I do have one more baby make. So this one is also specifically something I made for him. It is the Rose Love blanket. And it's just very fuzzy, soft, yarn bee snuggle up in silver. And I had made it and named it after Lucy Rose, our third daughter. I made her a pink one once we knew that she was a girl. And so that is that. I just made it in a little boy color. So that's all I have in my hospital bag. I mean, honestly, like, I don't even have anything else in there. It's baby number 4 and he'll probably come quick, but it's also gonna be a game time, like throw in my contacts and my glasses and my toothbrush and my wallet and my phone and my charger. Pretty much things that I will think of before I leave the house anyway, because I'll probably just grab our diaper bag too, or just grab my my wallet and my phone out of there. But yeah, otherwise contacts and contact solution and all that, I think, I mean, unless like I'm about to have a baby right now or my water breaks, I might not be thinking of it, but I think hopefully I'll be like level-headed enough to remember to bring that. So that's all packed. I am going to break our plant on accident. That's all I have for knitting content today. I apologize, and I hope that I don't watch this all back and I'm like way off camera. I have my camera facing the other way, so usually I can kind of see myself and make sure that what I'm showing you is in the frame. But I have it flipped because the back camera is actually the better camera, and I was hoping that would solve some of my autofocus issues when I'm trying to show you guys like something up close and it didn't want to focus. So hopefully, or else I might be recording this thing all over again tomorrow. But hopefully it all turns out okay and I know where I'm looking, and we'll see. So yeah, that's all my knitting content for today. My teeny little ant-sized mug. But I do want to show you, if I can reach them, 3 candles I got. So, oh, and also, this is the most random thing, but if you're into cozy things, my mom also brought over this from Trader Joe's. It's the pumpkin body butter. So if you have a Trader Joe's by you or you go there at all, you know that they are obsessed with pumpkin in the fall. And so she brought that over and it smells amazing. I'm more of an apple fall person for like scents and even flavors. I'd much rather eat apple pie and apple crisp and just apple cider donuts. I don't really love pumpkin spice lattes or pumpkin pie, or what else do people eat that's pumpkin? So a lot of the Trader Joe's stuff isn't really my jam right now, which is sad because I love Trader Joe's and I love fall, but if they had more apple stuff, I'd be all about that. I was drinking their apple cider, like a month ago, so I'm already ready for that time. Okay, real quick, I wanted to show you my 3 candles I got. These are by one of my favorite candle companies, Candles, and Candelles. And so this is Cabin Getaway. I always have a Cabin Getaway and I was running low. Also, I love these jars. I'm trying to think of ways that I can reuse these jars. So this one is amazing. It is cinnamon bark, bayberries, cranberries, and orange zest. I feel like this is perfect for fall and winter. So it's not like one season specific. Sweet vanilla, which is new for them this fall. They have mixed vanilla with a lot of things, but they really set out to make something that was just vanilla. And this, I have loved lighting in our kitchen because, excuse me, I just want to bake all the things, but I also kind of don't have the energy to bake all the things. So vanilla, cream, sugar, and musk. Oh my goodness, is there sweet vanilla? And then the last one is also new, and it's County Fair, which was a little interesting because I don't know any county fairs that happen by me that are in the fall. So this seems a little more summery, but when you smell it, it's that perfect like transition candle, I feel like. So it has apple, peach, nutmeg, clove, cedar, and pine in it. And these are all natural soy candles, and they're amazing. They're one of my favorites. I haven't been able to go to Bath and Body Works at all yet, so, and I probably won't. Sadly, I probably won't this year. So that's my candle haul. I just ordered them all online, which I suppose I could do with Bath and Body Works. Mayhaps. Not that I need more candles in my life, but that is all I have for you guys today. I have shared all my whips and my one finished project, my everything I've knit for baby number 4, and a little peek into my hospital bag, and then some cozy things and Happy Mail. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. That's all I have for today, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next Thursday. See you guys.